Greetings everyone, Zannrath here, welcome back to Everlasting Summer. And last time we were on our way towards Lena's path, or towards her route. Hopefully actually triggering her path. And I think we're one day away from that, so we'll find out shortly if we did that or not. Anyways, Lena says, "Don't come any closer," Lena whispered. Okay, sorry. Don't come any closer. I hesitated. "Don't come any closer," she said louder. "How do you know it's me?" Though she hadn't indicated that she had known that. Alright. Okay. Gonna talk through this tree now. I lean against the tree, trying not to look behind it. Alyssa told me that you would be here. So what? It was difficult for me to know what emotions Lena was experiencing. Her voice was steady enough, even though I could read irritation and annoyance in it. I could not understand whether she was angry or whether it was all the same to her. That came out awkward. I was doing my best to avoid unnecessary apologies and excuses, but couldn't find other words to use instead. "Was that the reason you came?" "No, well, I don't know." "You don't know, but you still came?" "Yes." "You shouldn't have." "Why?" "Of course, if I'm bothering you." "Why are you following me?" She was right. It clearly looked that way. Moreover, I definitely felt attracted to her. Okay. "You shouldn't think like this." "How should I think?" "I don't know. I can only draw conclusions based on your behavior." "I really don't know. I guess I'd better go." I was confused, and it was hard just to be near her. "Why? Since you came." I seemed to hear a playful tone in her voice. "Alright, and? What? What did Alyssa tell you?" "Nothing special." "I see." "Yeah. Well then, yep." "Well, that's a great conversation." We just stayed silent for a while. "Since you came, tell me about something." "Well, I don't know. For example, about what happened this morning." "What about what happened this morning?" "You know. You yourself didn't want to talk about it." "I didn't want to, but now I want to." Lena's voice trembled. I couldn't understanding what was happening at all anymore. Maybe it's not her behind the tree. "Don't look." Okay, but what's wrong?" "Nothing, just don't look." Uh-oh, is she naked too? Alright, as you wish. So, nothing happened? "Well, something did, but that was all just a silly accident. Then why are you so worried about what I think about it?" "I'm not worried. And anyway, you yourself," I said louder, beginning to feel irritated. "What about me?" "Why are you so concerned about the situation?" "Who said I'm concerned about the situation?" "Then what?" "Nothing." I said in a whisper, she said in a whisper and fell silent. Such talk would lead us nowhere. Lena won't say anything, and I seem to be too stupid to guess, or even just to be sure about myself. That sounds about right. Can never understand. Guys can never understand what women are thinking, right? That's the point. Sorry, I guess it's all my fault. I just cannot understand. Why? What? Why do you keep apologizing for everything, for what you did, for what you're doing, even for what you haven't done yet? But maybe she was right. But I couldn't behave differently. I felt the need to apologize to her, to everyone. So they would not think badly of me, wouldn't laugh at me, so I can put away something unsaid and eliminate misunderstandings. Anyway, that's your business. Lena got angry. Apologize, make excuses. Why should I care? Okay, well, I'm not guilty. In fact, I don't think I could be blamed for anything, but then what's wrong? What is wrong with you? Why would something be wrong with me? I don't know, I just think so. Oh, you just think so? She laughed. You speak as if you know me, but you really don't. I did not answer. Please leave, Lena said after a while. Uh-oh. I didn't move, just could not, had no strength to do so. I wanted nothing at this point, didn't want to excuse myself, to apologize. I didn't even want her understanding. I was too tired of everything. Why? Just leave, she whispered. I don't want to. Then I'll leave. Oh, okay. Let's just go together. No. How long are you going to be offended? By what? What's wrong with you? Everyone here behaves normally except you. I did not care what my words meant, as if they had been said with someone else, and the topic of conversation meant nothing. You really don't understand anything. Alyssa was right. About what? Never mind. I closed my eyes to think it over. I'm gonna fall asleep on the island. No, I can't go. I don't understand. Don't know what to think, what to do, and since when did I stop worrying about my situation in this world, or how to get back? Since when was the only thing I could think about Lena or how others would look at me, or how my actions looked from the other side? It's just stupid, and it's not like me. In fact, it's inappropriate in the situation. In short, I didn't do anything, and don't intend to justify things which I didn't do. I wonder if she's just mad at us, or at Semyon because we didn't, admit to it. It's like, I don't care that you saw her naked, I just want you to admit you did it. It's like, okay. There was no reply. It's not that simple, right? Can't be. Hey, do you hear me? Nope, she's gone. Finally, I decided to see who was actually hiding behind the tree, but there was no one there, so she left. I rushed over to Lena's boat, but she was already far away, almost near the pier. Whatever. I shouted and walked along the shore. I got back relatively quickly and without much trouble. However, my hands still ached terribly and my eyes were closing themselves. Probably such a physical and, more importantly, emotional load is too much for one person. I walked slowly towards the camp leader's cabin, staring down at my feet and thinking about nothing. Comrade, someone called out to me at the square. Hey! Alyssa ran up to me. Have you been to the island? As a statement, not a question. Yeah, that's weird. Yes. To tell the truth, I didn't want to talk to her about anything, but I already didn't have the strength to lie to her. And how did it go? Doesn't matter, I'm very tired, I'm going to sleep. Come on, tell me. Her face had such a nasty grimace that I shuddered with rage. Why should you care? Well, she murmured in dismay. Mind your own business. I snapped and quickened my pace towards the cabins. Alyssa did not try to stop me. Annoyingly, Olga Dmitrievna had not returned yet, and I could not find my key. Am I drunk too? What if I lost it? The only thing I could do was wait. I plopped down on the deck chair and closed my eyes. My heart was heavy, my soul was being torn apart by vague expectations. From time to time I had a feeling that I was already dead, just without realizing it, and had been thrown into hell. But really, instead of trying to get out of here, I'm spinning on a diabolic roundabout, and it goes faster and faster. I'm becoming more and more involved in the life of this world, of this camp, as if I had no past life in the real one, as if I was always interested in the opinions of others. Damn it, I never cared about it. Why right here? Why right now? I recalled the face of Lena in tears. Yeah, probably not the opinions of others, but her opinion was the one I cared about. I heard far footsteps, and after a while, Olga Dmitrievna appeared. She looked at me for a few seconds, seemed like she was about to say something, but then just sighed, opened the door with her key, and went in. I followed her. Shapeless shadows, blurred memories, fragments of feelings and emotions swirled in my head for a long time. For so long that after a while I couldn't tell where I was or what's happening to me. The only salvation was sleep, and I think I've read this before. Maybe. D6. Oh, solid. Alright, we got Lena. Cool. Alright, we're on the path. We're on the right path. I woke up suddenly, shaking my shoulders. Yeah, let's go ahead and fast forward to this, because I'm pretty sure it's all the same. It's all the same. Wait, hold on. I don't remember Miku blushing. I don't know, it doesn't seem like anything different. I don't know. And anything different with Slavia here? Still poking. This actually might be different. I don't remember this, actually. This I'm pretty sure is the same. Missing the lineup and all that stuff. Pretty sure I remember that. Okay, let's start with Miku. I don't know if I've read this or not, but let's go. Semyon, good morning. How did you sleep? Any dreams? How are you? Ready for breakfast? She, as always, blabbered without a break, adding a cute smile at the same time. I'm okay. I answered lazily. Today is quite gloomy. Maybe because of the weather, it's quite dark, it might even rain. So yeah, everyone is sad and gloomy. I thought maybe something happened, but no one told me what. I feel like that's probably actually how she talks. Can you imagine that? Something happened and everyone knows about it apart from me? I was sad about it. Oh no, I've read this before, I'm pretty sure. But then, don't worry, you won't miss the end of the world. I delivered a snarky reply. Huh? It looked like she was so far into her monologue, she was completely oblivious to everything around her. And if you're going to miss it somehow, I will make sure to let you know. Nothing, enjoy your meal. I marched in the canteen with a firm step to get my daily portions of fats, proteins, and carbohydrates. To my surprise, a seat in the far corner was free. I sat down and tried really hard to make a face that would let everyone know that that there is really no need to come anywhere near me unless there was an emergency. I guess you just growl at people like a dog. It's like, no, don't sit next to me. I just wanted to sit alone and think. Moreover, keeping my mind off other things was making me less sleepy. Hi, mind if I join you? I did not notice Slavia standing there. Strange. Sure, I answered after hesitating for a second. Bad mood? A bit. Did something happen? No, not really. Or not really. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. There's nothing to tell you about. We kept eating in silence until I asked, where did you go last night? Me? Oh, I just wanted to be alone for a while. That's not like you. What? Oh, when she left to go to the beach, in the camping place, right? Yeah, okay. That's right. Okay, I'm pretty sure I read this then. I just didn't remember Slavia, but that was also because we were on her path last time. We knew what she was doing. Alright, let's go ahead and fast forward through that then. Was that actually something different? I don't remember if that was... I think that was actually different. I don't remember Xenia running into the Shurik. Let's go to the infirmary. Let me see what happened. Let's actually go back to it, I guess. This music's actually quite upbeat, though. Okay, Slavia, maybe it's not a big deal. Right, whatever, all that stuff. Quite gloomy, first day of gloom, gotten used to the bright and burning sun. The heat that would only subside by the evening seemed to be a replaceable component of this place. It looks like here even the weather changes after all. Also, like it's matching my mood. This actually kind of feels a little different. I'm actually not sure if I've read this before. I don't remember the weather changing in previous playthroughs. It looks like just more proof of this place or its creators are sentient and have great storytelling skills. Oh, look at that. That's a nice little nod to the developers, patting himself on the back. That's pretty cool. I think this actually is pretty well written. Really so far. I guess I don't have reason to doubt that the rest of it is going to be poorly written, so never mind. Sometimes I really wanted to focus on a single theory of mine, concentrate on it, and forget about all others. Just decided for myself that it's all done by aliens, or I'm in a parallel universe, or witchcraft, or military experiments. Just pick one and be done with it. Stop thinking about all possible explanations to the situation, constantly jumping from one to the other, just to focus on a single. But it's impossible. I have almost no facts about anything. Nothing extraordinary has happened to me here yet. Yes, some things took place, but they can and do happen in the real world too. After yet another cycle of similar thoughts, I found myself at the bus stop of Route 410 and the gates of Camp Sovionok. No answers, no clues, no hints, no clues. I was walking wherever my legs were taking me. Oh, is that the place that we would have run into Miku? Did we do the watching her play? I think we did, right? I don't remember. I don't remember much that happened at the bus stop. It was quiet in the residential area, not a single person there to be precise. My astonishment grew even more when Electronic appeared on the next turn. I wanted to call out to him, but stopped because he was going a little too confidently in an unknown direction. It's strange that goes against his nature. Anyway, what can I talk with Electronic about? And yeah, I'd have to start the conversation first. Seems like I was completely in despair. However, I would be interested to follow him and find out where he is rushing to. As a child, I liked games of spies, and here is a chance to put myself into a real spy's shoes. I decided not to sneak and hide in a special way, in a special way, and just tailed him quietly at a distance. Soon we came to the library. Electronic knocked and went inside. I stood behind a big tree so nobody could see me and began to wait. He was absent for quite a long time. Perhaps this is a stupid idea because, in fact, what's difference does it make if he went into the library? Maybe just decided to get something to read. He was walking fast, so what? Or he was walking fast, so what? Perhaps he has some business afterwards. My thoughts were disturbed by a loud door slam. I looked towards the library and saw Electronic running away from there, and Zenya, who ran after him, shouting along the way, I don't want to hear it anymore, or to see you either. They ran past me, but naturally, they were so involved in chasing that they didn't notice me. The whole situation seemed very funny, and I decided that I needed to find out what the matter was. I wonder, where could Electronic be running to like that? Oh. That's why this music's so upbeat. It's like chase music, like upbeat chase music. Alright, I guess we're gonna go and try to find him. Is there anything that I need to do here for Elena? Doesn't look like it. We'll help the infirmary. Perhaps he ran to the infirmary? No, that's obviously a silly idea. Dining room? Hiding in the canteen wouldn't be a bad decision. However, he wasn't here either. Of course, he's at the clubhouse. Yes, it's quite obvious that he ran straight to his native cybernetics club. I entered without knocking, but didn't find anyone inside. Electronic, it's me! The sound of footsteps came from the next room, and soon Electronic himself appeared. Hey, hi, Semyon, I am just... His eyes ran guiltily, and his shirt had visible traces of sweat. Did he, like, steal something from the library, like, some parts or something like that? Or, like, I don't know, took a book on, like, electronics without, like, checking it out or something. Going in for sports, I see. Sprinting. You saw that? He asked, doomed. Yes, purely by chance, so I decided to stop by and ask how you were doing and what happened. Nothing special, really. Indeed, fleeing from an angry librarian, it's nothing. You can tell me. I smiled disarmingly. Really? And you won't tell? Of course, silence as the dead. Cross my heart. It seems I exaggerated there a bit, but looks like it had convinced him. Okay. He took a deep breath and gathered strength. You know, I've liked Zenya since the first day. Aw, that's cute. At those words, I wanted to fall at the floor and start rolling around, shaken by violent attacks of laughter. But out of respect for him, I refrained. I'm glad it's only your respect for Electronic that prevented you from doing that. Still, his next words flew past my ears, and so I just decided, well, and you saw what happened next. I guess he like confessed to her, and she's like, "No, I hate you. Get on my site." A brave fellow indeed. Well, you try harder, I guess, and you'll succeed. I patted him on the shoulder, trying really hard not to laugh. Thank you for the support. He smiled sadly. Okay, I have to go. I have some work to do. I wonder if there's like a secret like Everlasting Summer 1.5 play as Electronic and go down the Zenya route. I shot out of the clubhouse like a bullet and finally laughed out loud. However, if you think about it, Electronic and Zenya would make a wonderful couple. They are actually a perfect match. Somehow I can't see that. I don't know. It is strange that Zenya rejected him. Not just like rejected him, like restraining order too. I can never come back here. I don't know. I was going towards the square, comrade. Thinking further about this episode. At the end of the day, Electronic is not such a simpleton. Just like that, he declared his love, even realizing that refusal will follow. Oh, is this going to be like, alright, now I need to like confess my feelings for Lena and just let her know that, you know, whatever, I didn't do whatever because I wanted to protect her feelings or something. I don't know. Some garbage excuse like that. Or, on the contrary, is it because he's just as simple as apple pie? Either way, you can feel the honesty and sincerity in his behavior. More complicated people would spend hours, days, months, years thinking about how to present this in a better way, what consequences it could have, and whether you should even bother. I would do so myself, of course. No, rather, I've done so, but he just said it. Unsuccessfully, of course, but it could have also gone differently. These thoughts made me completely melancholy, so much so that the lunch signal, usually so anticipated, didn't trigger any emotions at all. The canteen was chock full. It seems that the camp was slowly emerging from the morning depression. Maybe the sun that had come out from the clouds contributed to that, or maybe something else that I'd missed while running after electronic. Only the places next to Olyana and Alyssa turned out to be free. I braced myself and started walking towards them. Eating was still a necessity. Can I sit with you? Oh, just sit down. Why are you so gloomy? It's just that you are too cheerful. I'm trying to maintain the energy balance in the universe. That's clever. Olyana giggled. Oddly enough, the girls did not pay any attention to me and talked about their own concerns. At first, I thought it was good, but then I started to think that they were just taking no notice of me. By the way, where's Lena? Because of all my thinking, I'd completely forgotten about her. I don't know. Alyssa answered absently. Has she not appeared? Still not appeared? As you can see, I took a look around the canteen but didn't see her anywhere. And nobody's heard anything about her? No. Don't you find it strange? Uh-oh, did she go into the forest? I get eaten by bears. What's so strange? Maybe she is reading, maybe she's sleeping or something. Seems more like you've talking about yourself. Okay. Or you're talking. Oh, that's a your. I don't know why I thought it was a you've. It's none of your business, is it? Alyssa interjected angrily. Well, if a person's missing, you weren't so worried when Shurk disappeared. It's because I didn't love Shurk. That's quite different. Yes? And why, I wonder? I had no answer, just blankly looked at Alyssa before going back to my food. She did not insist on continuing the conversation. Lunch was over. I silently stood up and went out of the canteen without a goodbye. So, Lena disappeared. What should I do now? On the other hand, why should I do anything? Why me? Where am I and why am I here? Who are these people? All these people. One can be absolutely sure whether Lena is what she seems. Whether she is what she seems. Perhaps all this doesn't even exist, so why should I worry? However, for me, now Lena is still the same Lena. The modest, quiet girl I met on the first day. And even her strange behavior could not affect my attitude towards her. In the end, it's not certain that I still exist. So while the world is logical, at least to some extent, I have to play it by its rules. I quietly went to the camp leader's cabin, and somehow I have my keys again, I guess. Once inside, I saw Olga Dmitrievna lying on the bed and reading a book. Oh, you've never been lying on the bed and reading books before. Do you know where Lena is? No, why are you asking? Wait, do you have time to just lay on the bed and read books? Aren't you supposed to be I don't know, managing the camp or something? She's nowhere to be found. She missed both breakfast and lunch. So what? She looked at me blankly. Oh, that's weird. That's kind of weird for Olga to do that. What do you mean, so what? When Shurk was gone, the whole camp was searching for him from the early morning. I don't understand you. Yep, something's really interesting going on. There is something strange happening to the camp leader again. She was behaving absolutely incomprehensibly illogically. Do you think it's normal? So where is she now? I don't know. Olga Dmitrievna replied calmly. This is too much. I started to lose my temper. Ask Miku. She is her roommate after all. That was a good idea, because obviously I would get no more answers here. I went outside, slammed the door, and went to look for Miku's and Lena's cabin. It was nice that the orchestra girl had told me before where she lives, which is why I was at the door of their cabin a minute later. I should have knocked, but for some reason I couldn't. After a few deep breaths, I knocked on the door several times. Come in! I heard a familiar voice. Alright, let's check out their room. So they got some poster. I'm guessing this is Miku's side because she has this little, anime girl, singing thing. Wait, the Vocaloid program, is that what Miku actually looks like? Is this similar to what Miku looks like from that game? Because I'm guessing that's where the inspiration comes from, right? And what is this? I can't tell. And then on Lena's side, we have some photos, I guess. I'm not sure if they're photos or paintings. They look like photos. I don't know. And, that's a towel. Towel. Pretty nice room. Get a broom. Socks. Moisturizer, I guess. Hi. Do you know where Lena is? No, I haven't seen her today. You're looking for her, right? Don't you think it's strange? By that time, I'd started suspecting everybody of hiding information about Lena's location, of conspiracy, of involvement in me being here, of Kennedy's assassination, and hundreds of other terrible things. That's kind of an interesting, what am I trying to say? That's not an analogy, but like just kind of an interesting reference, considering this is a Russian-made game. But, okay. Well, you know, maybe. I thought she went somewhere, and then I just got lost in doing things. Breakfast, music club, helping to clean, and then lunch, and then... Okay, I see. What about yesterday? Was everything normal? Well, she came late and immediately went to bed. I didn't even notice anything wrong. No chance of finding out anything here either, thanks. I said abruptly and left. At that moment, it seemed to me that the missing Lena was the only living person in this pack of talking dummies, and I had to find her. Okay. However, it seemed almost impossible to do this alone, so I went for help. For help? Who am I going to ask for help? Who would be most willing to help me? Maybe Alyssa? Of course, Slavia. Okay. I decided that at this time she would be engaged in cleaning somewhere, for example, the square, so I went there, comrade. And Slavia. My sixth sense didn't let me down. Hi. Hey. Have you seen Lena? No. Why are you asking? Nobody's seen her since this morning. She was absent during breakfast as well as during lunch. Strange. I also think this is, to put it mildly, strange. Can you help me find her? Oh, sorry. Maybe later? I've got cleaning here to finish. It was like a lightning strike. I took a few awkward steps back and ran from this place. No, that was not her. No, that was not her. It was as if somebody had replaced her. Not only her, but also the other inhabitants of this camp. What is happening? The strangest thing is that it doesn't have anything to do with me, but with Lena. Maybe she came here the same way I did. The inhabitants are acting pretty strange now that Lena's gone. And then in Slavia's route, it was kind of weird to see Lena, and she was like, "Be careful," and all that stuff. There is something, and then there's the whole thing about Alyssa's like, you know, Lena's not really who you think she is. She's not that quiet, modest girl you think she is. Beneath that, there's like, you know, a true Lena. So, alright, let's keep going. Exactly. That could be the reason why she behaves quietly most of the time. No, wait. But what about her knowing Alyssa? No, something does not add up. My head was going to explode, and I started to choke. Really? That's weird. Those are weird symptoms. Headache and choking. After catching my breath, I looked around and found myself at the bus stop. I sat on the curb with a KE curb, and covered my face with hands. Covered my face with hands. Whose hands, man? Whose hands are you covering your face with? If before nothing had really been up to me, but was going relatively smoothly, then now I was, as always, helpless, but the situation was totally different. Watching the battle fought from the side with no threat to your life and being on the hot spot without being able to help the ones you care about are two different things. I was just sitting. Time passed and the sun began to fall. Probably dinner has already started. Although, what's the difference? I still don't want to eat. I stood up and trudged back to the camp on rubber legs. As always, the only thing left... Wait, what? The only thing left is to wait. I decided to go to the beach. While everyone was at dinner, I could sit quietly and think there. I feel like I'm gonna run into someone here, huh? Though, what could I think about? Enough, maybe? However, my expectations were ruined. Ooh, it's Xenia. She's gonna tell me about how she rejected, what's-his-face? Electronic, right? On the beach, I met Xenia, which greatly surprised me. You also come here? She looked at me from behind her glasses. Do you think I'm not a human being? No, I don't mean that. Then what do you mean? Nothing. By the way, have you seen Lena? No. I see. What do you want from her? Well, nobody's seen her since yesterday evening. Do you think somebody could get lost in this camp? I guess she said sarcastically. She laughed loudly. Shork succeeded. That was a special case. Those guys are two peas in a pod and you never know what to expect from them. I immediately remembered the morning incident. Of course, I'm going to ask her. Tell me, why were you chasing Electronic this morning? Xenia got uncomfortable. Looks like she got more, like, embarrassed than uncomfortable. It's none of your business. Just asking. Because he's a fool. She turned away after these words. Maybe you shouldn't be so strict towards him. Even to me, it wasn't clear whether I'm defending Electronic or just keeping the conversation going. Then how else should I treat him? Well, give him a chance. You know, such an act requires a lot of courage. You said it as if it is something special, some kind of achievement. It's like, was confessed to by Electronic. Dun 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 dun. Achievement unlocked. Would you be able to do that yourself? I thought and answered after a while. I don't know. Haven't had the right moment yet. I hope you'll have it soon. Xenia said rudely and walked towards the canteen. I sat down on the sand and thought. True that. True that. I haven't heard anyone say that in a long time. True that. Electronic was able to say it, but can I do the same thing? That is the question, a big question. If I got the right moment, but which and when? It's always easier to think about something ephemeral. I don't know how to pronounce that. To get ready for dozens of possible situations, to predict the following events for many steps ahead. But most of the time, it all goes differently. Even a small event is enough to ruin all your plans. And if you're not ready to do it at any time, whether under any circumstances, if you're ready only when everything is exactly as you had expected, it is unlikely you'd ever get anything worthwhile. Man, these these sentences with all these breaks and interjections, I guess it's kind of like, it makes sense that it's written that way, right? Because it's supposed to be how he thinks, and you don't think in eloquent flowing sentences, you know. Therefore, the only correct answer to Xenia's question was no. Not an ambiguous, uncertain, half-hearted, or forced answer. Just no. There is only simple yes or a simple yes and a simple no. It's always been hard for me to understand that. Between these two extremes, I always worked in a great number of different answers, like maybe, perhaps, probably, if, and not sure, but I'll try. Okay. Just fade to black, because it's nighttime now. And I guess we'll finish up Semyon's inner monologue next time. But there's certainly a lot of stuff to think about. I don't know. In my head, I was thinking something like maybe Lena is I don't know, I'm just thinking in StarCraft with the Zerg, there's the evil hive mother, or what it was called. The mother hive, the mother something. The thing that basically controls all other Zerg, and you have to go destroy it in the campaign or whatever. Sorry, spoiler alert if that was a spoiler, but that was 10 years ago or whatever, right? Anyways, I was just kind of wondering if, for some reason, Lena is, her presence makes people act a certain way, the way the people are acting in the camp, whatever, and then all of a sudden she disappeared, and then Olga's I'm not going to run this camp anymore, I'm just going to sit here or lay here and read a book. And Electronic all of a sudden, grew a pair of testicles and just, went out and asked or confessed to Xenia. And Slavia also slightly different, I guess. I mean, she's still cleaning and all that stuff, but she's not worried that anyone is missing. I guess Olga also, they didn't really care as much as when Shurik went missing. So I don't know. Lena, you're an interesting character. I guess we'll find out a little bit more about you. Hopefully, maybe we'll be able to get to the end next time. I don't know. We still have at least another full day left. So yeah, we'll see where we can get to next time. And until then, thank you for watching. Bye.